Going up for auction today is a recently traded in 2008 Ford F-250 XL cab and chassis, powered by a 5.4 liter V8. Truck has 211,000 miles on it, and we'll verify that when we go inside and show it to you. There are some negatives of this truck, and we will go over them as best as I can. Assume nothing. If you have questions, please ask. We'll start by popping the hood, letting you listen to the motor run. It is quiet, has no abnormal sounds or noises, runs down the highway smooth, transmission shifts smooth, no major oil leaks. It does have check engine light on, and there are pictures of the codes in the listing for you to do some research if you choose to. One is a camshaft positioning intake code, and the other one is a catalytic converter code. Does have a little LED bar in the front grille, but it is not hooked up or wired by any means. The body has its fair share of bumps and bruises. It's got surface rust right here on the corner. Hood's got dings and dents in it, kind of throughout. Fender has little dings. Driver's side door is in decent condition. Same with the back door. You can tell where somebody did some previous cab corner repair. I wouldn't call it the nicest job in the world, but it is functional. Seems to be holding up, but you'll see it if you saw it in person or up close. You'd see what I was talking about. You can tell where it's been body filled. Some caulk around the back window seal. So you can see if you look at the frame's in good shape. I don't see any major rust issues. Gas tank's all in good condition. Exhaust is in good shape. Rear, everything's pretty solid as far as structurally. His cab chassis has taillights mounted to the back bumper just for transportation purposes. They do work. Does have 4 good tires on it. Brakes are in good shape. Again, transmission shifts smooth. Motor runs good, even though it does have the check engine lights. Again, on this side, you can see where they have done some body work to the cab corners. Back door has some dings and dents. Looks like it's been some work done to it. Rockers are intact. Bottom of the doors are in good shape. You can tell she's been put to work. Driver's side mirror housing's cracked here on the bottom. As you come inside, you'll see the interior's there. It is dirty, could use a really good cleaning. Plastic floors are in decent shape. A little wore, but not all ripped up and tore. The armrest is missing the top cover plate. Back seats are all there. As you can see, this side's got some splits right there at the seam and is dirty. Again, work truck. Not something I'd probably cruise weekends with the family. It does have switches there that were from the strobe and the radio from the previous owner. They are not hooked to anything by any way, shape, or form, but they're just still there. Come inside, you'll see current miles are 211, 598. Good oil pressure, coolant temp, trans temp, half a tank of gas, idles like it should. Again, does have the check engine light, which the pictures of the codes are in the listing. Heat and AC do work. I will say one positive good thing about this truck is the AC does blow ice cold without issue. 4-wheel drive engages like it should. AM/FM CD player. It turns on. It has volume. I do not know how to work it. I don't understand this radio. I've never even seen a radio try to reach a frequency of 76. But it goes from 76 to 84. I don't know of any radio station in mankind that's that low, but it is, it powers up. It does. You can hear the static coming through the speakers. It's either I'm just an idiot and don't know how to work this radio, or it just needs to be replaced. I'm not 100% sure. Overall, you can tell this was a heavily worked, used truck. Please assume nothing. If you have questions, please ask. I'm not trying to hide anything from anybody. It is what it is. She's got dings, dents, check engine light. Does have good tires, good brakes. Did run down the highway smooth. We drove it about 45 miles with no issues. I didn't notice anything service light wise that prevented it from doing what it was supposed to. but she is far from a Georgia peach. This will be sold in a no reserve auction, starting out at $1, selling to the highest bidder regardless of price. And I can't emphasize that enough. It will sell to the highest bidder regardless of price. So if you have any questions, concerns, please don't hesitate to give us a call or email. Be glad to help you out any way possible. Again, 2008 Ford F-250 XL, recently traded in, 211,000 miles, 5.4 liter V8. Being sold to the highest bidder regardless of price at the end of 7 days. If you have any questions, again, please don't hesitate to message us. I'll be glad to help you out in any way possible, give you the most informed information to help you out whether or not this is something you want to pursue. And all I ask is if you have no feedback, please contact us ahead of time. I don't like relisting items. It's not fair to serious buyers or ourselves for having an item end to somebody with no feedback that has no intentions of purchasing it. It gets old. I get tired of having to explain to people, yes, this is a repost, yes, this is a relist, because somebody jumps in at the last second with no feedback and steals an auction with no intentions of purchasing. It happens more often than I care to mention. I will start, if you have no feedback and I see you in the auction, I will kick you out until you do contact us. So again, 2008 Ford F-250 XL, pretty basic truck, does run and drive, does have its cosmetic imperfections. Seems fairly mechanically sound for the 45 miles we drove it. If you ask me will it make it to California, I'm going to tell you I don't know. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't, but there's no guarantees in life, and I can't say that I've put the truck through that enough paces to tell you that it'll travel 3,000 miles. I can't make that prediction, and I don't want to lie to you. If it was me, I'd probably trailer it and get it checked out just before I really put it into service, but again, we drove it 45 miles with no problems. So I'd expect it to go the distance, but there's no guarantees. Have any questions, again, please don't hesitate to call. Assume nothing, and good luck.